Hey, hi, hello, welcome back. I'm Heather, or Miss Postwait if you're one of my students, and this is Pages with Postwait. Today, I thought I would do a haul video. I have been collecting books and I need to put them somewhere, and so they've been in a certain pile so I could do this video. Let's get rid of that pile. This is my May, so I'm hoping that I can kind of do some math here. I'm not good at math, but and figure out how much I spent in May on the books that I bought. I don't know why. I think I spent a lot of time at thrift stores, and I did get to go to my trade bookstore that I like. So we're gonna see if I've done everything right and I've got everything calculated. I may be missing a book or two, but yeah, I think I actually did pretty good because I am kind of thrifty, and most of these books are for my classroom, not just my personals. Do you have a problem? Yes, I do. I have multiple hobbies, and one of them is finding awesome books for my students. So, okay, so I went to a bunch of different places. The first place that I want to talk about, I had never been there before. This is a thrift store that actually supports the Humane Society. So I was helping animals. And then they actually have volunteers that walk around with like dogs that are up for adoption, like around the store, showing them off. No, I did not get a dog, but I did get some books. And the coolest part about this is that the kids' books were $1 each. So I spent $2. So there you go. There's my first math. So $2. So I got a copy of the Phantom Toll Booth. Don't hate me when I say I've never read this. So yeah, I think it's time to read this book. So let's see if I have a challenge in one of my things where I'm supposed to read a book that's older than me. Yay! This is part of a series with Tom Engelberger with the Origami Yoda. I met him at Festival of Books. He is hysterical. He is a funny guy. But this is a fun series, and I don't think I have the Emperor Pickletime Rides the Bus. Okay, so adding to my collection. Yeah, they're a little used. They're not brand new. That's okay. They're gonna need some covers and some love like this one. But Goosebumps Hall of Fame Horrors, that's Claws. I need more Goosebumps. Mine are falling apart. Although this one's a little bit falling apart. I will put a cover on it. Mike Lupica, anything Mike Lupica, because I always have my sports kids, and having books that center sports oftentimes helps some of my reluctant readers pick up a book. They don't always finish it, but they'll pick it up. I couldn't leave this behind. I don't know if this one's going in my library because I think this is a little higher age than what I teach. I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. I have heard of this book. This is an advanced reader's copy, so it's actually not supposed to be sold, but we'll just pretend. I only spent $1 on it anyway. But this is kind of that body positivity. There's K-pop. You do have some K-pop kids every year, so maybe I will. Let me read that one and find out. The One and Only Ivan, my copy went missing, so I need a new copy. So Catherine Applegate, I'm very happy to have this. The whole series, I think, is now out. I think she has 4 in the series, so the one that started it all. And sometimes kids just want to read something that they're familiar with, so a lot of times in my class they've read that one maybe in 4th grade, and they see it on my shelf, and then that gets them reading the rest of the series a lot of times. So very happy to have it. But I did have kids reading this kind of thing, so this is, I probably need to read it. I think both of the books have 2 books in them, so there's actually 4 books in 2. And the author is Elizabeth Chandler. This is Dark Secrets 1, and it has Legacy of Lies and Don't Tell, and Dark Secrets 2, No Time to Die, and The Deep End of Fear. So, I don't know. I'll give them a test. I think they're kind of fantasy mystery, so I don't know. But that's 8 books for $2. Can't go wrong there. Will they all go on my library? I don't know yet. we'll see. Several bags from Goodwill, but it's over several days. And then I found out that Goodwill actually has a day for teachers. It's like Thursday, Friday, where you get a teacher discount. Did I shop on that day? No. Both times I went. I didn't go on the right day. I got 12 books for $23.88, so a little under $2 each on this haul. So hopefully there's 12 books here. We'll see. So Son of Neptune, my Son of Neptune, I'm replacing. Got red hashed. It is falling apart. I think the spine's even broke. So grabbed another one. Can't go wrong with Rick Riordan. I'm trying to actually reread that series because I just read Percy Jackson 1 with my students. And of course that sets me up to be like ready to go. And I finished it. I'm going to talk more about it later because I read it in June. Finished it. But I read the illustrated, like the big illustrated one just to finish it off. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. So highly recommend that. I'll talk about that more later. These ones, whether I need them or not, when I find the hardcover that doesn't have like it's solid, it doesn't have the paper on it, but it's hardcover, these last in middle school classrooms so much better. So I did go with a bunch of these. I don't always seek out James Patterson, but the kids do like him. So I Totally Funniest. I think that's like number 2 in the series. Middle School, How I Survived Bullies, Broccoli, and Snake Hill. I do have a copy of this, but it's got a weird cover on it, and this will be better. I think this will appeal to the kids. Here's iFunny, School of Laughs. Oh, Chris Grabenstein. What a great author. So I think that's number 1. And then Sci-Fi Junior High. Never heard of it. Definitely same kind of book with lots of picture support. It's a James Patterson Presents, but it's got different authors. So yes, please. Thank you very much. I needed a new Sea of Monsters. My Sea of Monsters was also falling apart. So that's another Rick Riordan. This is part of that series with the other one, and I don't think I have this one either. So Darth Paper Strikes Back. It's a nice condition. Like this actually feels brand new. So that's really nice. I'll put a cover on it. So $2 for that. That'll get use. The Gravity of Us is a one that I have heard about and I'm very excited to read. And I'm not sure if it is middle school or high school. So once I read it, I will know if that one's going to be joining me or not. Okay. David Lubar writes these stories. My kids, when they find them on the library, think they are hysterical and that it is so much fun that they get to read a book called In the Land of Lawn Weenies, or The Camp Weenies, or The Hot Scary Tales from, I don't know. They're all weenie stories and the kids love it. I think they're all short stories, so they're really easy to read. So this is really good for kind of some of those that are reluctant readers. And I don't have this one. So very excited to have found that. This one's getting all the love, all the attention. I mean, you can even see the awards there. When You Trap a Tiger. I've been wanting to read this for a while. Found a copy. It's gently used, but I think this will be really, really good. So I want to read this one. I definitely want this one on my library shelves. Level 13 is a slacker novel. I have the first and second of this, so I don't have this one. I think this is the third. Anyway, Level 13 will be a good addition to my library. And then Booked. So this one walked off my shelf about 2 years ago. I'm very happy to find a replacement. Unfortunately, it does have the paper, so I will have to figure out how to cover this one. This is Kwame Alexander. If you don't have him on your shelf as a teacher, you need to. And if you are not familiar with this and you read middle grade, please pick up Kwame Alexander. So Crossover is probably his most famous, but he writes books in verse and they are the perfect books. Oh, it's upside down. These ones center on sports, so I can usually get my reluctant readers, especially my sports kids, a lot of times my boys that just don't want to read anything, to read something, because it'll suck you in. It has a good story. The crossover one has a graphic novel and a show. It might even have a show on Disney Plus. So highly recommend this author, and I'm super excited to have the soccer version, the soccer book. The other one is basketball. So that was 12 books for $23.88. Is that what it said? So they must be like $190. They are $199. So that puts us at $25, almost $26 right now. And I have mathing. I hate math. Okay, 12, 20. I have 20 books for $26. We're doing good. Okay, this is the other Goodwill. So I did find some books for me, but most of these are going on my library. So 10 books for $22. 22 plus 26. Sorry, let's do this right now. 22 plus 26 is 48. $48. Okay, so here's my books. This one's for me, and I've been wanting it for a while. Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad won the Pulitzer Prize. Everyone's raving about this on BookTube, and I know it's been a minute, but hey, it takes me a while. So that one's for me, not for my school, but super, super excited to have that. And then this is also for me. I mean, for $2, really, you're gonna not buy it. So this is Malcolm Gladwell. He writes a lot of nonfiction books that kind of analyze people's thinking and behavior and that kind of thing. This one's called Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. Why not? Why not? So we'll give that one a try. Then I felt that I'm like speechless. These are spectacular condition, brand new practically. Could not leave them on the shelf, had to buy them, even though I didn't walk in thinking, hey, I need books. This is the graphic novels Babysitter's Club 1 through 7, pristine condition. I have a couple of these on my shelf already, but graphic novels don't last. They get read so often and so much. So to have these, I'm super excited. So I will put a cover on those, and this is awesome, especially for $2 a pop. I'll take them. I'll take them. I'll take them. So the last book that I got from there was Almost American Girl. This is by Robin Ha, and it's kind of her memoir of her and her mom coming to America from Seoul, Korea, and how she kind of got into drawing and that kind of thing. I'm excited about it. Might be aimed a little higher. I'm not sure our age range, but I'm super excited. So yay. Okay. So we decided that was $46. I have one more set of books to add. I feel like I'm missing something, and it probably has to do with a book club book that I bought, but we're just going to run with this. So I have some lovely friends, and one of my friends doesn't read as often as I do, and she had some credit at our local trade-in bookstore, and she gave me her credit. So I was super delighted and excited to take advantage of that, which means the following books that I'm adding were free. We love free. So these ones came from Bookman's, which is a local book trade bookstore that is here. One of them is middle grade, and it is actually one of my favorite books, and I finally own a copy. I'm super excited. And this is one of my favorite authors, Leah Johnson, and I'm just excited to have Ellie Engel saves herself. I'm so excited. I am actually reading the sequel right now, which from the library, so slowly but surely getting my collection together. So super thrilled about that one. Just normal kid who wakes up one day and ends up having a superpower where she can bring things back to life. And chaos ensues. She is a delight. This book was fantastic. Okay. And then that brings me to books that are just for me. And I've been wanting a couple of these for a while. The new Jim Crow has been on my radar. Michelle Alexander. Anyway, this is The Mass Incarceration in the Age of Color Blindness. So that is a book I've been wanting to read. Yay me. Do Better by Rachel Ricketts. Spiritual Activism for Fighting and Healing from White Supremacy. This one I couldn't leave on the shelf, so I'm super excited to have that in my collection and get reading on it. And then Flight by Sherman Alexie. I had never heard of this book. I was looking for something else, and so I was looking for an author. Didn't see them and saw this. Sherman Alexie is an Indigenous author, very well known, and this particular book is called Flight, and it's basically follows a young, it says this is a hilarious and tragic portrait of an orphaned Indian boy who travels back and forth through time in a charged search for his true identity. With powerful and swift prose, Flight follows the troubled foster teenager, a boy who is not a legal Indian because he was never claimed by his father, as he learns that violence is not the answer. So he keeps going back and forth in time, trying to understand and change things and kind of come to understand who he is. It looked really, really good. It's not that long. I couldn't leave it behind. So that was another one that I had to get. So that is 4 more that we're adding to. And we said it was $46, right? Let's see how many books I got. What's the damage? What do we got? Okay, so I have total 34 books and I spent $46. I am good at this. I am so good at this. Do I know how much that is per book? No, but I will use a calculator and show you it here. Ding. Okay. Anyway, I'm really excited. What a good book haul. And the majority of these are going to go benefit a whole bunch of new 6th graders next year. So just gotta cover them and yeah, put them on my library. Yay. It's good because I really need to refill or restock my graphic novels. I should take before and after pictures of my school library. I should show you guys my school library, my school classroom library. A before and after of what it looks like at day 1 of the school year and what it looks like the last day of the school year. And how many books go missing and how many books are trashed and how many new books we add. Let's do it. Let's bring it. Okay. Thanks guys for watching this crazy video. Hope you had fun. Any suggestions on which one I should read first or which one you think the kids will like more? Okay. Anyway, see you later. Have fun. See you on the flip side.